Hi, my name is Nancy Eisenman, and I'm an individual, marital, and family therapist at Healing Hearts of Indy Counseling in Indianapolis, Indiana. And today, the title of my video is What's So Amazing About Grace? What's So Amazing About Grace is actually the name of a book authored by Phillip Yancey. When I was going through my divorce back a few years ago, it was extremely important to me to be able to leave it without any leftover resentment or anger. I didn't want any residual bitterness or unforgiveness to continue hurting my heart. To that end, I did an intensive study on grace and forgiveness, including reading Yancey's book, among several others. I think that grace and forgiveness are important concepts to understand when working on presenting concerns in therapy practices, such as anger management, codependency, and anxiety. One of the things I liked best in Yancey's book was this list of qualities of forgiveness. He states that forgiveness, number 1, halts the cycle of blame and pain. Number 2, it loosens the stronghold of guilt in the perpetrator. Number 3, it allows the possibility of transformation in the guilty party. Number 4, it's not the same as pardon. You may forgive the one that wronged you and still insist on a just punishment for that wrong. If you can bring yourself to the point of forgiveness, though, you will release its healing power both in you and in the person who wronged you. Number 5 has its own extraordinary power, which reaches beyond law and beyond justice. Number 6 places the forgiver on the same side as the party who did the wrong. The simplest way I can think of to define grace is forgiving someone who doesn't deserve it. Forgiving someone who deserves it is easy. They're sorry, they're repentant, their heart has turned, and you can sincerely believe them when they say they will not do it again. Forgiving someone who doesn't deserve it is extremely difficult. They're not asking for forgiveness. They may not care that they hurt you, or they may be straight up oblivious, or they may even be justifying their hurtful actions. You may even know quite well that given the chance, they would make the same decision to hurt you again. The difficulty in forgiving someone who doesn't deserve it comes with the message we think we're sending to the other person if we forgive them. We think we're saying, it's okay what you did, and even further, go ahead and do it again. No. What they did was absolutely not okay, and it is absolutely not okay for them to do it again. Continuing in this mindset that forgiveness equals saying it's okay will keep anyone from forgiving. The truth is, grace is a paradox. It requires that I get on the side of my enemy, not by defending their actions, but by defending their humanity. The attitude we have sometimes is, forgive and the atrocities will repeat themselves. But the opposite is true. Don't forgive and they will repeat themselves. Other things that may keep us from forgiving is the notion that we're giving up our right to get even. If we forgive, we don't get to pass judgment or inflict retribution, and there will be no consequences. This is a black and white overreaction where we see the other person as all bad. That's cut off. We may think that if we seek just consequences for someone who has hurt us, that we haven't truly forgiven. As Yancey says, though, this is a myth. Forgiveness does not equal pardon. We can still have rock-solid boundaries with someone who has hurt us. That may include a geographical boundary, as Cloud and Townsend would say in their book Boundaries, because that person who hurt you is unsafe. We can say that what you've done is not okay, I will have a different relationship with you from now on with good boundaries, but I can forgive you in my heart so that I do not keep the negative connection with you alive in me. Can I respond to this event by not accepting the painful behavior, perhaps even requiring just consequences, but also by not denying the humanity of the other person? In any relationship, in a couple, between friends, with coworkers, in families, anywhere, hurts are inevitable. We are imperfect folks, and we're going to hurt others, and they're going to hurt us. What we do with those hurts is what counts. When you hurt someone, can you humble yourself and apologize? Or do you need to justify what you did? Deep shame feelings may cause people to be unable to admit that they've hurt someone. Do you care for others' feelings or trample them to your own end? When someone hurts you, can you forgive them? Do you need to have a good boundary with them? Meaning, can you protect and insulate yourself from them without attacking their worth as a human being? If you can't bring yourself to forgive, ask yourself what the payoff is. What do I think I have to give up in order to forgive? Check out Phillip Yancey's book, What's So Amazing About Grace. It really helped me let go of resentment and bitterness years ago, and my studies on grace were invaluable lessons to continue to disallow feelings of resentment still today. The world has recently given me several huge opportunities to forgive people who've hurt me badly and not asked for forgiveness. I will be having strong boundaries with them, but I've also chosen to see them through the eyes of grace because I want to be forgiven when I screw up too. And oh, believe me, I do. Holy cow. I try very hard to give what I want to receive and treat others the way I want to be treated. The peace in my heart that comes from letting the negative connection go and developing good boundaries is always worth the effort. So I'll close up with a quote from What's So Amazing About Grace. Phillip Yancey says, "The world thirsts for grace, and when grace descends, the world falls silent before it." Very true. Well, that's what I have for you today. If you enjoy my videos, please feel free to share them via social media or forward the link to someone you know who would like to watch. If you'd like to make an appointment with me or contact me directly, my email is Nancy, Nancy, at healingheartsofindy.com. Please let me know. I'd be happy to help you. Thanks very much for supporting my work.